Welcome back. Today, we're looking at a totally fascinating shift in how global enterprises actually optimize their operations. We are talking about climbing the value chain, making that big leap from traditional business process outsourcing straight up to knowledge process outsourcing. It's a pretty wild question, right? Think about it. When we hear the word outsourcing, our minds almost immediately go to the classic cliche, massive call centers or just endless rows of routine data entry, the everyday repetitive stuff. But what happens when a modern company actually needs to outsource its brain? What if they need advanced analytics, really specialized research, or the kind of complex problem solving that directly hits the bottom line? Well, today we're moving way past those call center cliches to uncover the hidden brain of modern global business. Okay, let's dive into this by just establishing a quick baseline. Fundamentally, traditional business process outsourcing, or BPO, is all about a company taking its peripheral, non-primary activities and handing them off to a third-party provider. And why do they do it? Basically, to minimize costs and bump up efficiency. We're talking about the low-level processes that keep the lights on and keep the customers answered, but they don't exactly define the core product of the business. But here's the thing, the business landscape absolutely did not stop at outsourcing routine tasks. Imagine that traditional customer service headset just kind of fading away. And in its place, a highly networked, glowing human brain takes shape, just pulsing with complex data charts, research reports, and advanced analytical grids. That right there is knowledge process outsourcing, or KPO. It's where the work being contracted out isn't just a basic process anymore, it's highly specialized, top-tier, knowledge-based expertise. To really ground this idea, Czech writer Margaret Rouse actually defines KPO perfectly. She states, KPO is the allocation of relatively high-level tasks to an outside organization or a different group within the same organization. So what we really need to take away here is that KPO is a highly specialized subsegment of BPO. A company isn't just hiring a vendor to do a task. They are hiring them to provide deep, serious expertise around that task. If a business analyst were mapping this whole thing out, the core differences become super clear. On one side, traditional BPO leans on basic process expertise, right? Usually relying on folks with good communication skills to handle those less complex, lower-level processes. But on the flip side, KPO demands professionally qualified specialists who are executing core information activities. They aren't just following a script. They're using advanced analytical skills that are literally a direct part of a company's core value chain. So, isolating BPO for just a second, its focus is heavily on those peripheral activities. We're talking about the less complex tasks in the grand scheme of things, maybe basic IT support or standard payroll processing. The workers really just need basic process expertise to execute these things efficiently. By outsourcing these supporting tasks, a company ensures its day-to-day functions just run smoothly without completely draining their internal resources. And this brilliantly illustrates the exact opposite end of the spectrum. KPO focuses on high-level knowledge expertise. These tasks are incredibly complex. Think intense legal research, intricate financial modeling, or even specialized R&D. But the real kicker is that first point. KPO actually integrates right into core business activities. This involves competitively important information. It's not just peripheral support anymore. It's the very engine of the company's value addition, being managed by specialized external talent. Which brings us to a massive strategic question that, honestly, every growing business eventually has to face. If you need highly specialized, professionally qualified workers for your core activities, how in the world do you safely scale those analytical costs? Because let's be real, hiring an entire floor of top-tier data scientists or financial analysts in-house, that is astronomically expensive. So how do modern enterprises manage those resources without totally breaking the bank? Well, the answer lies in the strategic application of KPO. Here is the optimization reality that makes KPO look so incredibly attractive. An enterprise can safely optimize its human resources through cost-effective global talent pools. Basically, KPO gives business organizations access to professional, high-end services at a much lower cost than hiring locally. It completely opens the door to brilliant global employees, giving a company just insane flexibility when it comes to human resource management. It's this incredibly powerful way to scale down your professional costs while actually scaling up your capabilities. But wait, before we go declaring this the ultimate corporate cheat code, we need to hit pause and ask a very objective question. Is KPO an instant quick fix? Like, can you really just plug a global team of experts into your company and watch your profits skyrocket overnight? We have to shift gears here for a reality check, stepping away from the pure excitement of optimization and looking straight at the objective risks. So the crucial point is that KPO comes with a massive warning radar. When you start outsourcing your core information, your corporate security and confidentiality are immediately on the line. I mean, you are basically handing over the keys to the kingdom. You also run into some pretty severe complications from cultural, legal, and language barriers that can really muddy up communication. And perhaps the biggest hurdle? The character of the employee and the overall quality of the work just cannot be instantly assured. KPO is a seriously time-consuming process. It absolutely will not give you a quick fix if you're a company desperate for immediate results. Which leaves us with this final, thought-provoking question to wrap up our explainer today. In a heavily globalized world, where specialized knowledge is literally your most valuable currency, how much of your core knowledge are you genuinely willing to share with a third party? The shift from BPO to KPO offers some incredible cost savings and access to absolute global brilliance for sure, but it demands a very, very delicate balancing act between scaling a business and protecting its very brain. Thanks so much for joining me for this breakdown. Keep learning, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.